What's poppin' YouTube? There's some breaking news this past week. Leon Rocky Edwards and Nate Diaz have been made official as a 5-round co-main event under the Oliveira versus Chandler card. This came out of the blue, in my opinion. I was not expecting this at all. I thought they might make Leon versus Colby, Leon versus Gilbert Burns. Leon versus Diaz was not even in the radar. And man, this could be very interesting for an already complicated welterweight division. When I look at this fight, it seems pretty simple. I think Leon Edwards is just going to beat Nate Diaz. He's better than Nate Diaz literally everywhere except for jiu-jitsu. And Leon has better wrestling. He has better striking. I don't know if his cardio is better than Nate Diaz, but it's definitely good enough to last him 5 rounds. He has better kicks. He literally has everything. He's gonna be bigger than Nate Diaz. I just see this being an extremely tough fight for Nate. If he pulls it out, man, oof, they might give him an immediate title shot. Actually, maybe not even, because I don't even know if Nate wants to fight Usman. Because he said he doesn't like to fight people who lay on him. But oof, if Nate wins, wouldn't that be something? But when I look at this fight and I look at the championship fight, which is Masvidal versus Usman, there are 4 possible outcomes. Edwards wins and Usman wins. Edward wins and Masvidal wins. Diaz wins and Masvidal wins. And Diaz wins and Usman wins. For me, it's pretty simple. If Usman wins and Leon wins, which is what I think is the most likely outcome, Leon gets the next title shot against Kamaru Usman. If Diaz wins and Jorge wins, again, it's pretty simple. Diaz fights Jorge for double champ status. Obviously, the UFC belt would be on the line, and the BMF belt, I believe, would also be on the line. I believe it would be 2 belts on the line in that fight, and it would be a mega fight. But I don't think that's going to happen. Diaz can win and Usman wins. And then in that case, they could have Diaz fight Usman for the title. But I don't think they do that. They could have Diaz fight Jorge for the BMF belt, the BMF rematch. But Diaz doesn't like to fight people coming off a loss. So if Usman wins and Diaz wins, that kind of puts the UFC in an interesting spot. Because what do you do with Diaz? Because he's going to be, once again, at his peak of popularity. And people are going to be craving him, especially if he beats Leon. I don't know what the UFC is going to do with him. Because, like I said, he doesn't like to fight people who are just going to lay on him like Usman. And he doesn't like to fight people coming off a loss. Which Jorge would be if Usman wins. So, kind of puts Diaz in a tough situation. Maybe Diaz fights the winner of McGregor-Poirier after he beats Leon. Who knows? And the one that I think is the most intriguing is if Leon wins and Jorge wins. Because you could do Leon versus Jorge. 3-piece and a soda, you could go back to that. You could do Jorge versus Colby. Which, they have beef, former best friends turn enemies. That's a storyline. And both men can be very entertaining. And then there's also the trilogy with Usman. I believe Usman would deserve an immediate rematch. Especially if he's winning the fight and gets caught and knocked out. He would deserve an immediate rematch. So if Leon wins and Jorge wins, it's a very interesting landscape. But yeah, that's some interesting news. I did not expect this at all. I just want to talk about a couple other things really quickly. One of them does not involve MMA, so let me get this out the way real quick. I'm recording this on the day of the Final Four of NCAA college basketball, and this must happen 5 minutes ago. Gonzaga hit the game-winning three. I don't know if you guys watch basketball or anything like that, college basketball. Shit was fucking crazy. Game was close. Gonzaga was expected to blow them out. It was a close game, and then hit a three at the end. Oh my goodness. That, like, me reacting to that game-winning three, I react the same when I see like a crazy knockout. Like, that shit was crazy. And the second thing I want to cover was last night. At the time of recording this, Bellator had their first event on Showtime, and I fell asleep halfway through. Unfortunately, I really want to see Patricio Pitbull fight Emmanuel Sanchez, but the fight went basically the way I expected. He dominated him, dropped him a couple times, submitted him. Usman Nurmagomedov, I did get to see that fight, and that kid is, man, everyone from that camp says that he's the best out of all of them, and he looked really good. His takedown defense was a little bit iffy, a little bit, but his striking was impeccable. His kicks are beautiful. So yeah, I don't think his wrestling will be that much of a hindrance because he trains with Khabib and Islam. But yeah, that kid, and he's only 22 years old. That kid's disgusting. And also, the women's fight. Oh, who was it again? It was some Japanese girl against a Mexican girl. And bro, I swear to God, bro, there are a couple times, bro, where you could almost see the Mexican girl's vagina. Let me keep it a little kid friendly here, bro. Like, it was bad. Like, I know they're on Showtime and stuff, but I mean, geez, like, she could have put on a little something, something. I mean, one wrong shift and her whole, I'm just gonna say, her whole pussy would have been out, and it was bad. Like, that was bad. Like, she needed better wardrobe. I don't know why she decided to wear that, or like who made that, but like, it needed to cover up a little more than it did. That was bad. I don't know if you're gonna get any other content on YouTube with people addressing this, but I'm gonna address it because it was distracting. I'm gonna be honest with you. And the cameraman didn't make it any better, bro. They were like zooming in right into it, bro. It's like, it's kind of obvious. It's pretty bad. Maybe Scott Coker wanted that. Maybe he wanted to do that to get some views. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all for this video. Thanks for watching. Leave suggestions down below for anything you'd like to see in the future. I'm gone.